Thank you very much for joining me on this Monday. Meteorologist Brian Shields. I hope you had a really good weekend. We're tracking some cooler weather sliding into the Caribbean, that's for sure, for many of us. And then this here, a system up in Canada right now, is going to drop all the way down. Sometimes happens, but this one's going to take more of a direct route all the way down and create some very choppy seas and even reinforce some of the cooler weather as we get into later this week. So it's not just one shot of cool air, it's another one. We have one front that just moved by, and then we're going to watch this next system move in. I want to show you how that plays into our weather. Here's the tail end of one front up here, but this area up here, not only will we be cooler, we're going to have those choppier seas throughout much of the week. I'll show you that outlook in a second across the Bahamas and then back through parts of Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Anguilla, Antigua, Barbuda. We're going to have some choppier seas because of this area up here. Now, this is what's going on. All right, we have front number one, that's moving by. You see it right here, bringing us rain to Bermuda, sweeping all the way down into parts of Honduras, Belize. We have that front slide by. I'll show you those winds. Winds are going to be out of the north. So this is the short term. Again, one front sliding by, still sliding by the southern Bahamas and Turks and Caicos. Now, let me take you through the week. This is by 4 o'clock tomorrow. That front continues to work away, but as that front moves away, we're going to see more of that northerly flow. But here's that next system I mentioned that starts way up in Canada. Look how this just dives down and then parks itself off the southeast of the United States by the time we get into Wednesday. So this is going to be tied to another front, some cooler air back behind it. And then look on Thursday, look at this spin. This is that area that shoots down. This will be between Bermuda and the Bahamas, and this spin will create those high seas and then reinforce another shot of cooler air moving in later this week across the northern Caribbean. Here it is with the winds, and you can see it here. Look at this, front number one that is moving by right now, northeasterly or northerly breeze. So the front right about here, the dividing line between that easterly flow and the winds out of the north and northeast, in some spots even northwest. And then as we go forward, let me take you out into tomorrow. Tomorrow, there's that northerly in north, a little hint of a northeasterly flow at times as we work our way into the northern Caribbean. Cooler nights are ahead. And then as we get toward the end of the week, look at this pocket here. Gusty winds here of about 80 kilometers an hour, 50 miles per hour. That's the area coming down out of Canada. So this is by Wednesday, and look what happens. This thing spins up. It's not tropical in nature, of course, but look at that big donut hole right there. This moving near Bermuda. We're going to have high seas, gusty winds out of this, and this is why I'm highlighting it. In those sharp winds, again, out of the north and northwest for some of us as we work our way toward the end of the week. So you see this spin here shooting down from Canada will allow some cooler air to move in again later this week and cause some hazardous marine conditions. So you can see it here with our outlook as far as the wave heights go. This scale in meters, this one in feet to keep you covered either way. Now, we have the choppy seas ongoing now with that front that we just had move by. Some of the seas upwards of about 3 to 4 meters or about 13 to 15 feet. You see those building offshore. Gulf of Mexico, this is by tomorrow. Not bad in the Gulf. Caribbean, a little bit choppier in the Western Caribbean. But look what happens here as we get into Wednesday. Watch this area, how it builds here. This is that next area. So this is Wednesday, and you see it right here as we work our way into Thursday, upwards of 5 meters, upwards of 20 feet in some spots. And you can see it staying with us as we go through the end of the week. So the north, that kind of Atlantic facing areas, that's where we're going to have those seas and some of those gusty winds with us, or the higher seas and some gusty winds through the end of the week. And again, that's going to bring down some more in the way of cooler air in our northern zone. So getting a closer look, here's the tail end of front number one moving back through the Bahamas near Jamaica and Honduras with a few showers. Roatan, Providencia, San Andres, those winds, they have been kicking around this morning. And then as we get into tomorrow, the front sitting right about here, and that allows that northerly flow to move in. So, of course, not across, say, the ABC Islands, but north of there, that's where we're going to have some cooler nights. This is by Wednesday. could see a passing shower on Wednesday. And then as we work forward toward the end of the week, we'll keep an eye on that next system that will be sitting up here and kind of spinning around. And I showed you those elevated seas. And you can see here, let me stop it here. This is by Thursday afternoon. The system is up here. That could draw on a few showers every now and then, but that will reinforce some of the cooler temperatures. So the rain outlook, 20 to 30% across Jamaica. We're going to have about a 30% chance tomorrow. Keep me posted on your temperatures, how it's feeling out there. The nights will be noticeably cooler. The mornings will be noticeably cooler. Same thing, Cayman Islands. Rain chance today about 30%. As we work our way into Trinidad and Tobago, swinging back to the southeastern Caribbean, we are going to stay warm. Later this week, we're actually going to have some dust arrive. Well, more of that dust, I'll keep an eye on that. Same thing in Grenada, 30% chance of rain today, and about a 30% chance in St. Vincent of the Grenadines. St. Vincent of the Grenadines as well. We'll see some of that dust moving in later this week. Rain chance 20 to 30% in Barbados, and about a 40% chance today in St. Lucia, 20 to 30% chance Tuesday and Wednesday, holding at a 30% chance in Martinique, a 30 to 40% chance of some passing showers in Dominica, rain chance about 40% today in Guadeloupe, and about a 30% chance Antigua and Barbuda through midweek. St. Kitts and Nevis, Montserrat, rain chance 30%, isolated through Wednesday, pretty limited, Anguilla and St. Bart's, 20 to 30% chance. Same thing, St. Martin, Saba, and Statia. Rain chance going up some in Puerto Rico by Wednesday. We'll be watching these fronts that get nearby. U.S. and British Virgin Islands, same thing, rain chance up to 30% by the middle of the week. Rain chance 40% tomorrow in the Dominican Republic, mainly dry across Haiti. Again, slightly lower humidity, slightly cooler nights ahead. So that'll be a little more refreshing as we work our way back through the Bahamas, starting to dry out. Still some spotty showers central and southern Bahamas and back through the Turks and Caicos with that front moving by. But that cooler weather, that windy weather has moved in for the Bahamas and eventually creeping into the Turks and Caicos tonight. That front moving across with a slight chance of a passing shower later today, central and eastern zones of Cuba. Belize, the rain chance, more of it's a little bit to the south. Same thing, Yucatan, more of it's to the south. Honduras, we're going to see the rain chance around at times as we go throughout the day. Aruba, Curacao, Bonaire, rain chance about 10 to 20%. And it will be breezy. Getting into Bermuda, that's where the front is passing by today. That rain chance is clearly higher and then going down. Costa Rica, 30 to 40% chance. Tomorrow in Guyana, the rain chance goes up to a 50% chance, and going up in Suriname, getting back through Venezuela, rain chance 20 to 30%. So plenty to cover this week with these fronts and that storm system that will be dropping all the way down from Canada. We have cooler air sliding in now. Then we get that system from Canada that will be nearby. That'll reinforce some of the cooler weather as we work our way into later this week. And we've had a few earthquakes around. Most have been kind of offshore this weekend, but a few have been over 4 magnitude to the north and northeast of Antigua and Barbuda. We've had some shaking in the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. So I'll keep a very close eye on that as we go forward. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a great start to your week.